Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, I'm Christina. I am a homeschooling mom of 5 kids, ages 1, 2, 5, 10 today, and 13. In today's video, I am sharing with you my 9th grade curriculum picks for the 2021-2022 school year. All week this week on my channel here at Rooted Homeschool, I am covering our curriculum picks for the upcoming school year. All week long, I am collaborating with Nikki over at Nikki Dockery, and she is also a mom of 5. She has 5 boys. She is an amazing homeschooling mama, and the beauty of this collaboration is we have kids in all different grade levels. So this week you will get to see, I think, 8 different grade levels of curriculum, and then also family subjects. We'll be sharing our family subjects on Thursday. We are just finishing up our first year homeschooling, and I can't believe that we've come to the end of our first year. It has been an amazing year, and this is actually the first year that I'm choosing curriculum this far ahead of time, because this time last year I did not know for sure that I was going to be homeschooling. We are still new homeschoolers, so I'm still having fun exploring curriculum, figuring things out, and I will share with you what I have figured out so far. Today, over on Nikki's channel, she is sharing with you her 3rd grade curriculum picks. So if you have a 3rd grader, or if you are interested in 3rd grade curriculum, click the link in the description box below after you watch this video and go check out her video. I'll also link her channel because she has plenty other really great videos, even if you are not looking for 3rd grade curriculum for next year. So on my channel, I don't only share curriculum, although I do enjoy talking about curriculum. I also share day in the lives, big family life, some cooking videos to share with you, like cooking for a large family and our favorite like easy healthy meals. My husband and I just recently did a Q&A video, so if any of that sounds like content that you'd be interested in following along with, click the subscribe button, click that notifications bell so that you get an alert every time we upload a new video, especially for this week. So today is 9th grade, tomorrow will be 5th grade, Wednesday will be 1st grade, Thursday again will be family subjects, and Friday is going to be tot school or 3-year-old preschool. So not pre-K. Nikki will be covering pre-K on Wednesday, but more of a 3-year-old preschool or a tot school for my 2-year-old that will be 3 in the fall. So let's talk 9th grade curriculum. Did I ever think that I would be homeschooling? No. Did I ever think that I would be homeschooling a high schooler? No. Did I ever even think I would be teaching my high schooler? No. So in case you don't know, I am actually a high school English teacher. So if you watched my unboxing of The Good and the Beautiful, our first order from The Good and the Beautiful, then you know that I already ordered the High School 1 language arts for my 9th grader. And so I did do like a quick rundown, just showing you the materials that are in there. Today I'll show you just a bit more, and I know some of you have asked for like a full overview and flip through, and that is coming next week, I promise. So High School 1 is broken up into 10 units. So all of the other English language arts levels before high school are one thick course book. The high school courses are broken up into 10 units, and I actually think it's kind of nice. I'll show you everything that he'll be starting 9th grade with for English to give you just like a little taste into the curriculum, and then next week I will show you everything, I promise. So he will start off the year with Unit 1. Unit 1 also includes the book Just David. So he will read Just David. He will do lots of different English language arts activities in here. correlating with just David and just general language arts. So he will read like a bio on the author, and he will read vocabulary and do spelling associated with this book. And also included in here is grammar and art. And so that's one thing that's really great, I think, about the high school language arts from the Good and the Beautiful, is it is 1 credit of English, which you obviously need for high school per grade, as you need your credit of English, but it is also a half credit of art and a half credit of geography. So if you did all 3 high school levels of English, which is what's available for right now, from the Good and the Beautiful, that would give you 3 English credits, a credit and a half of art, and a credit and a half of geography. So I will share with you when we are doing our family subjects video on Thursday how I will also supplement his English language arts, so he will be able to get the full credits that he needs for high school English, even if the Good and the Beautiful does not come out with any more high school language arts. So this is what he starts off with, but then also he will also use this throughout all 3 years of high school English, this grammar and writing guide. And I have taken a peek through this, and it is pretty amazing how much important information is packed into here. And that is coming from a high school English teacher. All right, so I'm really impressed with this. I love how comprehensive it is, but I also love how accessible it seems to be from what I can tell so far. Also, what's included in high school 1 are these grammar and geography cards, and these need to be split. They're perforated in the middle, but it is to memorize geography. There are Greek and Latin root cards in here, so it is a really in-depth language arts curriculum, and so I'm really excited about that. And I will share with you, I know a lot of you know that I use Gather Round, and Gather Round does have a high school level in it. However, I feel like for me, this makes me feel a little bit more comfortable because it's less of me having to figure out and make sure that he's touched on all of the things that he needs for language arts. I'm not saying that can't be done with Gather Round, but what I can say is with the middle school and high school levels in Gather Round unit studies, there is more research. So in middle school, there's more, and then in high school, there's a good amount more. And because I need some of his subjects to be a little bit more independent, and I think that's what's best anyway when you are moving into the high school years, not just to be completely on your own, but some of your things to be independent, I feel like this is much easier for him in terms of it being step by step. What I also love about it though, it does still include some choice, which I think is important. And I did mention this in my curriculum unboxing, but I will mention again that I did include him in this decision of choosing this curriculum. And I also talked to him about doing the level 7 with the level 8 book studies, which is what they recommend in between level 7 and high school 1, because of the fact that he's a younger 9th grader, and because of the fact that he did not use the Good and the Beautiful previously. We have not used it at all yet. I thought that that might be kind of a safer bet to kind of ease him into using the Good and the Beautiful. And he wanted to go straight for high school 1. And he also wanted to use the honors track that they provide. And the way that you do that is by doing honors book studies. So that's the second thing that I want to share with you, is not only is he doing the Good and the Beautiful language arts high school 1, but he also is choosing the honors track, and he has chosen the Screw Tape Letters by C.S. Lewis for his honors book study. Now, I do not have that to show you. However, it is on the Good and the Beautiful website, which I'm linking below. And I'm not in a big rush to order it because I'm gonna have him do that towards the end of his year. And I'll explain a little bit more how that will work when I do the complete overview and flip through of the curriculum. So you can see how it works, whether or not you do the honors book studies. So he's doing the Screw Tape Letters. That brings me to another component of his language arts that I was hesitant to share in this video because it will also be part of our family subjects, and it will also be part of my 5th graders curriculum. I don't have any of my kids do all of their subjects in isolation. So even my high schooler, I was very intentional about what I chose for him to do independently and what I wanted him to be connected with at least one other person with. So for example, he will do some things on his own. He will do some things with my 10-year-old, who is the closest in age to him. He will do some things with the entire family when we do family subjects. So there will be a combination of that independence, of partner work with the person closest in age to him, and then kind of group study or family study with everyone together. So I think that's important to note as well. Now, he chose the Screw Tape Letters. There are, I think, 3 different honors book studies that you can choose from. I kind of wanted him to choose Little Men, and then we would read Little Women first, but he didn't, and that's okay. He chose the Screw Tape Letters. I wanted him to be able to make that choice. He could still change his mind, so I will keep you posted. But based on that, I will give you a sneak peek. I wasn't going to share our read alouds for next year, but because I'm including curriculum along with these read alouds, I will share these with you. We are going to start the Chronicles of Narnia series in the fall as a family, and that is mainly because he chose the Screw Tape Letters and he's not read C.S. Lewis at all yet. And I thought, why not? We already had this. I had already been waiting for the right time to start it. And so we are going to start with book 1, The Magician's Nephew. And I have my notes here, guys, like so many notes. We also just are doing our first unit ever from the Brave Writer curriculum. So there are 3 different levels. Actually, she just added a 4th. It's dart, arrow, boomerang, and slingshot now, I believe, to cover ages, I want to say 8 to 18. And so this is the boomerang guide that goes along with They Called Us Enemy. And I'm just showing you this because I don't have the boomerang guides that we'll be using for The Magician's Nephew. So The Magician's Nephew, there is a boomerang guide that goes along with it. And it's really great because it focuses on mechanics and literature. It includes vocabulary and spelling. It gives historical background. It gives information on the author. It is a really great curriculum. I am doing it with my 13-year-old and my 10-year-old, even though this is from the boomerang level, which is the 13-14 level. But it's working great for my 10 and 13-year-old. So this is an example of how I kind of pull them together to be able to do some learning together. One of the read alouds, again, that we'll be doing as another part of English language arts is The Magician's Nephew, along with the boomerang guide. Now, this is a little bit of sneak peek into my 5th grade curriculum picks tomorrow, but what's really cool about it is the arrow level has a study for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the 2nd book in this series. So we will do both of those, and it's cool because the arrow guide is focused more on Jackson's age. Well, he's 10 and Dart is 8 to 10 and Arrow is 11 to 12, I want to say, but he's pretty advanced in his reading and his comprehension, so Arrow makes sense for him, and it kind of seems like this will work perfectly to lead up to that honors book study for my 9th grader of the Screw Tape Letters. So that is English language arts. I know that was a lot, but English teacher. And the other ones are really pretty quick because his math, he will be starting a new math this year, and I do not have it to show you. And that is because he is starting teaching textbooks. We will at least be trying teaching textbooks, I should say. He used Khan Academy all year last year. If you saw my year-end review, I talked about how we ended up and why we ended up doing it and why we ended up sticking with it and why we are trying something different this year. So if you missed that, go back and check that out. But we are excited to try something new. They have a free trial, so we will be doing that first just to make sure it seems like a good fit. But for right now, that is our plan for math. Now, there are a lot of other subjects to cover, especially for a high school student, right? A lot of these, though, we will be covering in our family subjects. So history, science, and also science labs, art, music, Bible, health, and foreign language will be covered in family subjects, and I will be sharing more about that on Thursday. I will say though, in regard to foreign language, different from the one that we are all going to do as a family, Justice also wants to study Japanese. We have not confirmed the curriculum that he is going to use. He found Japanese Pod 101. I'm going to be honest, I don't know a ton about it yet, but he's really kind of pushing for that one for whatever reason. So I will look into that, and I'll also look into Rosetta Stone, and I'll also look into maybe one other curriculum to compare. Someone else also brought up Duolingo. So I don't want something like super intense, but I also don't want something so casual that it kind of doesn't really teach him or kind of keep him motivated to continue. I'd also love something that gives him a grade. So if you've been following me, you know I don't really test or grade my kids. I expect their best work every time, and if it's not their best work, I lovingly tell them, I'm gonna need you to do this again. Or sometimes I will give them a warning and say like, I need to see this 100% next time or you will be redoing it. And then they usually step it up. So this will be the first year I'm really grading, which is another reason I'm using teaching textbooks, because I am not a math teacher and I do not feel equipped to teach math or grade math. So teaching textbooks does all of that for you. So I'm really excited about that. The Good and the Beautiful English, I will grade everything, which is totally fine. The other family subjects, I will figure out how to grade and give him credits for as well. All of that, I am not letting myself get too overwhelmed over. If I think about it, does it overwhelm me a little bit? Yes, it does. But I also know that we're called to walk by faith, and that's what I am doing with this homeschool high school journey. I think I am a planner, and I like to have a plan because it makes me feel comfortable, but I also have been trying to work on that balance between having a plan and being realistic, but also knowing that God will show me those steps as I get closer to them. And I truly believe that. So I'm not stressing myself out. I'm setting us up for success as best as possible without overloading him. So you'll notice that I am not getting him a full curriculum for English and math and science and history and language and all of these things and electives and piling them on him his first year of high school. I am not doing that. I am not sucking the joy out of learning for him. I am not overwhelming him with school all day long. I don't think it's necessary, but he will be doing his English language arts from the Good and the Beautiful. He will be doing his teaching textbooks, and I'll let you know which level he goes with. He will be doing Japanese. And then one more elective that I am pretty sure he is going to be doing is the Dave Ramsey Foundations in Entrepreneurship. So he's really excited about this. Both of my older two boys did Foundations in Personal Finance for middle school this past year, and they absolutely loved it. And they also do have a high school one, but I don't feel like that's necessary because of the fact that they just did the middle school one. However, my ninth grader or upcoming ninth grader has shown a lot of interest in starting his own skateboard company. And so I think Foundations in Entrepreneurship will be perfect for him. And then they also have a teen entrepreneur toolbox, which is like a small business guide that I may also get to go along with that. Lastly, I'm thinking about whether or not I want to do typing for him. I'm not sure if he needs it, but let me know if you've used the Good and the Beautiful typing and you think it would work for a ninth grader. So I'm just not sure if it would be too young for him or if it would be like a helpful addition for him, since I will be having him type some of his papers and things like that for high school. That is all I have for you for what we have decided for our ninth grade curriculum choices for the 2021-2022 school year. The other subjects, like I said, will be covered on Thursday under family subjects. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have an upcoming ninth grader or if you have kids that are getting close to high school and you just want to get some ideas in the back of your mind. If you are homeschooling a high schooler and you have advice for me, please let me know down in the comments below if you've used the Good and the Beautiful High School, if you've used any of the other things I mentioned, if there is something that you feel really strongly is a wonderful curriculum that you think we should try. Please let me know and I will definitely look into it and consider it. That's one thing I love about this homeschool journey is that we are free to change our minds, to be flexible. If something isn't working, to try something else. If you're new here, introduce yourself in the comments. If you are here from Nikki's channel, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around. I have plenty other homeschooling, mom life, and big family life videos coming your way. If you like this video, click the like button. Click the link to Nikki's video in the description box below. I hope to see you in my next video, and until next time, stay rooted.